All right, folks, Southwest Wrestling Entertainment. We are down here.
Mic check, 1, 2.
To get underway here in just a little bit, and we invite you all to come down here and check this out. We have a big drawing that's taking place here. We're here with the Director of Talent Relations for Southwest Wrestling Entertainment, James Beard. He is here along with Miranda Gordy, and we're going to be having a drawing. James, tell us what we're looking to pull out of the hat here.
Well, we're going to pull out a couple of tag teams that have entered into the drawing, and we'll see who's going to fight for the title.
All right, so the title is up for grabs, and we have the contenders right here in this bag. And Miranda Gordy, daughter of Texas legend Terry Bam Bam Gordy, is here to draw out our lucky contenders. So here we go. Let's put the hand in the bag and draw out the names.
Super Country?
Super Country. Wait. Over here. That's Super Country.
Okay, got it. Stay back.
That's Super Country. Okay. And now these guys have just won the opportunity to go up against.
Whoever's drawn out is going to be,
here we go.
be a pretty experienced team. I don't know.
All right, here we go.
Niles Plunk and Adam Asher.
Niles Plunk and Adam Asher. All right, so now we have our.
Are they both here?
I don't know. Here they come.
Right there.
Niles Plunk and Adam Asher. Plunk A. Niles Plunk A. I should have known that earlier, guys.
Hey, earlier I got out here. I'm not on the poster. Are you on the poster?
I'm not on the poster either.
And I told you that whoever got in the ring with us was going to figure out why I belong on the poster and why Niles belongs on the poster. The first ever SWE Tag Team Champions. You're looking at them right here, people. SWE World Texas Heavyweight Tag Champions. I don't know. We're walking away with a belt. That's all I know.
All right, Plunk A, you now have a chance to walk away with this belt from SWE, Southwest Wrestling Entertainment. Niles Plunk A, what does this mean to you?
What this means to me is finally I have an opportunity to come here and bring some class and sophistication to Texas because they desperately need it.
Okay, well, with that said, thanks, guys, very much. Look forward to seeing you in action. August 24th in Canton, Texas. And now if we could.
I don't know these guys' names.
Super Country is what they go by.
Yeah, right.
Super Country.
We did it, Bob. We did it.
Congratulations, guys. You are now in the tag team.
We're the champions.
No, we gotta win it first. There.
You do have to be in the match first.
Yeah, we gotta do that. Okay. We are super excited. We're local guys from Wills Point, right down the road from Canton. So all you local guys, come out and check us out. Hometown boys going for the gold, baby.
Right. It's gonna be around my waist, well, over my shoulder. I'm a little big.
Yeah, I don't know if it fit around your waist.
We're very super excited to be part of Southwest Wrestling Entertainment. It's a dream come true, and to be out here at RPM Speedway with my boy KR. Told you we're gonna do it, baby.
I got you, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Hold this. Come on, guys. Come on. No. Bring it this way. Hey, come on. Come on, get up. Oh, he got Devin Runner over here. Hey, come on. Get away. Come on. Hey.
He fell. We're trying to help him up. He fell down. We're trying to help him up. We got this. Take that ball. Hey, come on.
Let me see. Tag Team Champions. Right here. Can we get some help? Get some help. Get him back.
He got his leg.
Get him back.
He got his leg.
Get these guys out of here.
Come on.
Security.
Can we get some help? I need an ambulance.
It looked like he hit him on the leg with the chair.
Not okay. Get the ambulance.
Where's the ambulance?
Where are we at?
We need an ambulance to the bottom of the bleachers, please. Paramedics.
Race fans, paramedics are going to take him out to the highway. Care flight's on their way. We condone this kind of behavior at the racetrack. We don't condone it. We don't. It's family entertainment. Keep Super Mike in y'all's prayers. Race fans, give them some space, please. Tim, what do you think about that?
I'm a little shook right now, man. That's completely uncalled for. I mean, we're out here trying to show support. We don't need that stuff here. That belongs in the ring. That didn't belong here. I don't know. I'm just kind of shaken up about this whole thing. That's not cool.
I can tell you're a little shaken up. You want to give the fans a little insight of your wrestling career right quick?
Sure. My name's Tim Storm. I've been wrestling about 20 years. Formerly NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, former NWA National Champion. I'm from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. I've been living and wrestling out of Texas for 25 years now. This is what I do. This is my passion. I know that we're partnering out here, and we want to thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for being. I'm sorry you had to witness what you saw. That's not what this is supposed to be about. But we want to thank you guys for letting us be here. Thank you for supporting, and we hope this is a partnership. We hope that doesn't hurt the partnership. So thank you guys.
Well, thank y'all for being out here. Tim Storm's going to be doing the honorary flag. He's going to drop the green flag on our very first race tonight. Give Tim Storm a round of applause.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Tim.
Looking at 20D of Variety Day, setting the pace on our first of 4 limited modified heat races. 15B Thomas Blackwell to his outside. Tim looking the field over. Green flag waves. We're underway. Oh, and around goes the leader in turn 1. Blackwell off the wall, stacking them deep right here in turn 1. Blackwell, Day, Newhart, Davis, and Clutch all together here as they go into turn 1.
Nicola, Rowdy Day, his brother won here last night in the USRA Modified Main Event. The Day's going to try to sweep the weekend between the mods and the limiteds. We're back underway.
Oh, and Day around once again. He gets it back up. Blackwell going to lead him out of turn 2 as the field bunches up, but they separate clear.
You know that Day's a very well-accomplished driver. He won here back on June the 4th. He knows the way to get around this racetrack. Dink, and I tell you right now, the 66 of Johnny Torres out of San Antonio and the Scott Ball Racing number 60 tickets marched his way to second. Blackwell leads though off of 2.
Little beating him back in 20-25. See Tommy Davis Jr. 7 of Chad Williams. No harm, no fouls. They carry on into turn 3.
The 2010 Texas Motor Speedway U.S. National Dirt Track Championship winner Tim Clutch going side by side here with the 7 off the 2 down the back stretch. Tommy Davis Jr. up to 4th in the 25C IRP race car.
Blackwell continues to lead down the front straightaway over the 66 of Taurus and the 20D of Rowdy Day.
So the 15 of Blackwell marching to the beat of his own drum, walking away from the rest of the competition. The 66 of Johnny Torres, who runs a lot down at the South Texas Speedway in Corpus Christi and all over the great state of Texas. And he's a good shoe with behind that Scott Ball Racing number 66 IRP race car. And here comes Tim Clutch, dink into 1. He takes over 3rd from the 20D of Rowdy Day.
Blackwell stretches the lead out down the back straight over the 66 of Torres and the 18 of Clutch. And it's on back today. Davis, Honeycutt, Williams, and Newhart all in tow. Blackwell, your leader, halfway down the back straightaway over the 66 of Torres and the 18 of Clutch, your top three.
Thomas Blackwell's already thrown the keys on the counter. He's getting ready to be checking out of the Holiday Inn. He is gone with the win. He'll hustle off into turns 1 and 2. I'm telling you, the man on the move right now, Claunch Racing Chassis Guru. Corey's got a Wells power plant underneath the hood. It's Tim Claunch who'll go to work and punch the time clock. He looks like he's brought his stamps. He'll send it off a 2 and into 3, trying to hunt down Johnny Torres for second.
White flag waves for the 15B of Thomas Blackwell.
Blackwell got a little loose there off the exit, but was able to corral the car, get it pointed down the right direction into 3 and 4 for the final time. One of the good guys in our sport, ladies and gentlemen, out of Crandall, Texas. In the number 15 machine, winner of heat race number 1 of the night. Here, Dink gets the 15 of Thomas Blackwell. 66 of Torres will snack second. And the number 18, Tim Claunch, in his home-built Claunch chassis, will come home in the 3rd spot in 18. His dad's car, Western Flyer chassis. He always prized at dad to drive the car, of course. That's Cliff Tupper's son, Cody. He's 24 years old out of Shreveport, Louisiana, making his first ever start here tonight.
The 15 of Ashcraft leading through 1 and 2 and off on the back straightaway over the 18B of Smith and the 11R Rainey in the 3rd spot.
So from one Smith to another to the next generation, Blaine Smith behind the cockpit, sitting in the bridesmaids' honors right now, getting stalked by the number 11 as they head off a 2 down the backstretch. Tupper sitting 4th right now into turn number 3.
Ashcraft continues to lead out of turn 4 and onto the front straightaway over the 18B of Smith and the 11R Rainey. Tupper holding on to that 4th spot. The 11G Dawson Grimes trying to reel him in for that spot. Smith a little out of shape. Rainey's going to gather up. He's up to second down the front straightaway. Ashcraft, your leader, halfway down the back straightaway. The 11 of Rainey set sail, trying to work on him. Halfway through this time by. Oh, Rainey a little bit out of shape. Smith checks up to keep him run over him, pulls away. As he does so, Ashcraft puts distance between him and himself with the 11R Trevor Rainey. Oh, a lot of smoke out from the 18B of Blaine Smith over at turn 2.
Gave up the ghost over there. That's no fun. Pop goes the weasel for the youngster Blaine Smith as he limps off of turn number 2. It'll be 2 more trips around the racetrack, 1.5 on the 66, meets the midpoint of the back straightaway. Through 3 and 4 to the white flag this time for his final trip around the RPM Speedway here in Crandall, and heat race number 2 for the limited modifieds tonight. Stephen Ashcraft leads him off a 2 down the back straightaway. Trevor Rainey inherits the second position for the mishap of Blaine Smith as they hustle down the back straightaway through 3 and 4 for the final time. A straightaway behind all the way back in 3rd is 23 at Tupper, but to the checkered flag, getting a face full of it. Stephen Ashcraft's going to score the victory over the 11R Trevor Rainey. And finally to the line now, the Western Flyer Simple Church TV Cliffs Wooding Service number 23 at Cody Tupper out of Shreveport, rounding out the podium in heat race number 2 of the night here at RPM.
The 24 Upchurch bringing to the green. Here we go.
Jake Upchurch takes the green. He sends them off into 1 and 2 with the field in tow. Down the front boulevard into 1. They're 1 by 2 by 2. Off into 2. Honeywell washes up the racetrack, opens up the door for Kuykendall. He cannot take advantage and walk through the threshold. The battle for second, though. Dink into 3. Oh, contact.
Oh, boy.
How you doing? 51 giving the 31 some right side romance into turn number 1. Little kiss of contact there. We've seen that a time or two.
Honeywell approaches the 58. He's off into the infield off the front straightaway. But the 24 of Jake Upchurch, your leader out of turn 4, followed by the 31 of Michael Martin. And a 51 of Jeremy Henry. 13, Dalton Faulkner in the 4th spot. Upchurch set sails. He works his way through 3 and 4 and off onto the front straightaway again over the 31 of Martin and the 51 of Henry. And the 13 of Friendly around Henry for that third spot down the back straightaway. Upchurch halfway through, this time by. Upchurch with a good half straightaway lead over the 31 of Michael Martin and the 13 of Dalton Fridley. Upchurch continues to lead through 1 and 2 and off onto the back straightaway once again over the 31 of Michael Martin and the 13 of Fridley. Coming back on the low line to 51 of Jeremy Henry. He's trying to take that third spot back. They're side by side down the back straightaway into 3. 2 to go this time by.
Jake Upchurch out front all by his lonesome in this one, Deke, as he heads down the back straightaway with sights set on turn number 3. Over be receiving the white flag from your judge, jury, and executioner, Tim Mills. This time by underneath the line. Martin sits a comfortable second. The battle for third is heating up. The tick-tock, the race clock goes. The sand of the hourglass is evaporating here as they head off into 1 and 2 for the final time. So it looks like the 13 of Fridley going to hold off the 51 here as the checkers are out. The 5-star towing number 24 CRS Racing Shocks entry at Jake Upchurch scores the victory over the 31 of Martin.
And the green flag waves on our 4th and final limited modified heat race for the 18S Smith. Set sail out front, leading them into turn 1. It's Smith, Vaughn. Vaughn with a big push. He loses lots of ground. The 93 Mark Ryder up into the second spot. 8J John White Jr. off the back and up the third and around. He goes with a little help from the 2 car. 9 Jack Sarton going to come out in third, but we'll have a caution. Green flag waves. We're back underway. Smith going to lead him through 1 and 2, followed by the 54T of Day. Then it'll be the 93. The 93 Griner with a 9 of Jack Sarton all over the back bumper of Day down the back straightaway. Smith continues to lead out of turn 2. Griner up into the second spot, out of turn 2 around Day. Jack Sarton in that third spot, that 9 car, bringing the 8J John White Jr. in the 4th spot. Smith continues to lead out of turn 2 and out of back straightaway once again over the 93 of Mark Ryder and the 9 of Jack Sarton. Your top 3, 8J John White Jr. on the outside looking in. Halfway through this time by. Sarton looking for second out of turn 2. He's got it, bringing the 8J John White Jr. with him. Ryder back to 4th. All White with a big push. Grinder up to 3rd down to turn 4.
I think Black Jack's coming here. He's got a big run down the back straight. He won here a couple of weeks ago, of course, Dink, in the 23 for Steve Neighbors. But this Tony Stats car is working good. Here he comes for the race lead.
Oh, Sarton with a push, loses ground as 18 Smith leads on down the back straightaway. 93 Grinder, back up in the 3rd spot.
Cody Smith tiptoeing around the outside of the racetrack, a little loose off of it. Here comes Jack Sarton for the race lead. He's got about a half a car length into 1 and 2 for the final time. They'll head off into 1. Smith going to look to hammer the throttle. He'll cross and diamond off the exit of turn number 2. Here comes Cody Smith now. Good roar down the back straightaway for the final time into the turns 3 and 4. Who's it going to be? Contact, they hook bumpers. Drag racing to the line off of turn number 4. Cody Smith steals it back from the 9 of Jack Sarton. What a race. And a fantastic race here at RPM to finish up the limited modified heats, Dink. That's what you pay your good hard-earned money for all these folks in the stands to see some great dirt track racing. I always say, if you don't like what you just saw, then you don't like dirt track racing.
I know that's right, Zach. That was great right there, buddy.
Jason Gore, your King of the Ring winner here on Thursday night inside of the fourth row. Joseph Henson in car number 87. So outside of 2 is Dylan Olasco in car number 41. Some really good cars in this. Oh, right in front of the field goes Gammas in the 10 of Nate Dixon. Made a very nice evasive move to avoid disaster there. And just like the limited modified heat races started off earlier, it's slippery down at turn number 1. For sure, this game is the 98 of Chris Davis, re-racked and stacked, original restart. We're ready to go with Tim Mills, your judge, jury, and executioner, throwing the green flag high over the RPM Speedway. We're underway off of turn number 4. 98 of Chris Davis going to lead them into 1. They're going to go 2 by 2 by 2 all the way to the tail. Into turns 1 and 2, Tommy Davis Jr. going to go higher than Willie Nelson on the cross-country tour that time as he heads down the back straightaway with the 28 of the Macho Man, Dustin Sprouse, nipping at his heels into 3 and 4. Olasco sits 4th. They roll through 3 and off of 4. Davis leads lap 1. First name Chris, last name Davis, hustling around the RPM Speedway right now in car number 98. 15 wins 3 seasons ago. Then he backed it up in 2016. 2016 he had 15 wins. 2017 came out, had 13 of them, and then last year only 9 wins. But Chris Davis still a good shoe. And hey, let's be honest, 9 wins is a lot of guys getting their career. So Chris Davis marching to the beat of his own drum in 98. Down the back straightaway, Dustin Sprouse has company with Tommy Davis Jr. Would have been your pole sitter for the 2nd annual Hoosier Tire Southwest Southern Sport Mod Nationals. Is right now the battle for 4th is heating up off of 4. Dylan Olasco way up top where Grandpa keeps the good bourbon, and it's not going to be the quick lane for him. As the 721 of Jason Gore will take advantage, he'll ride up to 4th. Your 2nd annual King of the Ring winner down the back straightaway punches the time clock. He brought his stamps, he'll send it. Jason Gore rocking and rolling right around the middle lane of the RPM Speedway. He's working it well. If Jason Gore may need a caution to get up here and contend, but if we could re-rack him and stack him, he may have the best hot rod of the bunch. So Nate Dixon sitting behind him into the 10 car. Ruben Broussard from the tail is up, now nipping at the heels of the 10. Single file around the RPM Speedway at this juncture of the race. Laps the entire distance, and Jason Gore just got out of it down the back straightaway. Does he have problems? Jason Gore off the pace in the 721 Outlaw race car. Yeah, bit the concrete down there, and that's something you really don't want to do in a race car. Bit the concrete, rode the back straightaway like Tony Hawk on a skateboard there for a moment. Tough break showing smoke, and Heartbreak Hotel, Elvis Presley Boulevard bound is the Crandall, Texas racer Jason Gore. As we continue on here, tick-tock goes the race clock. As setting sights off of 2 down the back straightaway with a 28 of Dustin Sprouse trying to get it working, but Chris Davis long gone out front in 98. Tommy Davis Jr. trying to go to work, still sitting in a podium spot here. Remember, race fans, only the top 2. If you're watching us live on raceontexas.com, we'll have every single thrill and spill for you all night long. But as we're in our first factory stock heat, if you just tuned in, or last chance qualifier rather, only the top 2 out of this one will transfer directly to the A main. The rest will have to come out of a B main later on tonight. So we took our 2 cumulative heat races from the first and second round and threw the passing points together to line them up for these qualifiers here. And again, only the top 2 will transfer as we see 2 laps to go. 2 more trips around the RPM Speedway here in beautiful Crandall, Texas tonight on a very warm night here as we're getting ready to kick off the dog days of summer. Off of turn number 4, the white flag is up by your judge, jury, and executioner, Tim Mills. Final trip into turns 1 and 2 for the driver of the number 98 car. He sets his sights off of 2 down the back straightaway for Chris Davis. No surprises here. A first and a second performance last night in his rounds of heats, and he'll win the first qualifier of the night. Chris Davis dominates at 98. 28 of Dustin Sprouse will snag second. Tommy Davis Jr. will finish third in the McKinley Farm 71M. Dylan Olasco limps the smoking number 41 Outlaw race car 41 Shocks entry home to a 4th with nasty Nate Dixon in the Parker Lee Project number 10, rounding out your top 5. So we're underway, the racked and stack as they hit on Boulevard into turn number 1. 151, Tommy Williams Jr. going to slide up in front of the nose of the Triple X, rocking to Sean Graham. Graham gets a run off of 2 down the back straightaway. Down the back straightaway, the 7 of TJ Evans in tow. tighter than the top string on the Texas fiddle. They row through off of 4. Here comes Trouble for the race lead. Washed up there off of exit, tighten them up a little bit. From second on back to 5th, rolling off into 1. Sean Graham trying to get the car turning to the center of the corner. A little bit of a push developing on Triple X now. Tommy Williams Jr. drifts it off into 3 and 4, hanging it out, cross steering in the 151. Down the boulevard he comes with the race lead. Looks like he just knocked the bumper off. So down the back straightaway, the 151 of Tommy Williams Jr. still marching to the beat of his own drum, out front in command of this one. Whoa, boy, he drifted up hard in there in 3 and 4 that time. He's able to corral it and hold on to it. He's got the bumper flapping in the wind here. Tommy Williams Jr. out front, dirty dancing Patrick Swayze style. Down the back straightaway, Sean Graham ready to dance with him though. Into turn number 3. Triple X all over the back bumper. The bumper waving in the wind as Tommy Williams Jr. getting breathed down his neck. Knocking on the back door for the race lead. Here comes Trouble, trying to live up to his moniker and be a thorn in the side of the 151 of Tommy Williams Jr. Williams still leads. The battle for 3rd's heating up. Michael Smith took a stab underneath the 7 of TJ Evans, but could not get the job done. Down the boulevard, back into turn number 1. Tick-tock, the race clock goes to this 12-lap affair. We're about to be down to halfway already. The toward pace being set out front by the 151 of Tommy Williams Jr. as Sean Graham continues to punch the time clock and go to work. As they head back down the front straightaway in the 1. Tommy Williams Jr. driving a flawless race with one little bobble, one little mistake will be the separation. And winning this one or not. But Sean Graham, they have to keep in mind that they are in a transfer position at this juncture. And Graham has smoke coming out of the right rear, it looked like. I think Sean may have a tire going down, something. He has something developing on it, but he hasn't lacked any speed. He'll continue to set his sights on the back bumper of the 151 for the race lead. Sean just cannot quite find it. And TJ Evans just got railroaded as he was braking to the center point of 4. Oh. Yeah, he was braking. So, re-racked and stacked restart. We are back underway. Hansen got a run to the outside of Trouble. Here we go on the restart. Sean Graham going to have to get up on it, or he's going to have to come out of a last chance later on. Then Hansen wants it back. They'll roll off into 3-4, neck and neck for the second spot. Through turns 3 and 4. Sean Graham trying to put pressure on, or the 5H rather, trying to put the pressure on Triple X. He takes it back at the line. Graham going to slinger off into 1 and 2, and they'll wash up the racetrack with a push. That time will corral it. Down the back straightaway, Jason Gook going to look to take advantage now as Hansen slides up in front of the nose of Triple X. Graham, last night's Battle Royal winner. Fading the 3rd here on that late restart. It'll be 2 laps to go. Graham back to the inside for 2nd. He'll drive the Triple X Rocket WW Timber entry into 1 and 2 with the Jamie Wells WCH Power putting it to the test down the back straightaway. To the inside for 2nd. Through turns 3 and 4. It's a good one. Hitting up off of turn number 4. Sean Graham neck and neck this time at the line by half a cat's whisker. Give it to him in Triple X. Final trip into 1 and 2. This is to make the A main tonight. Oh boy, he washed up the racetrack. The car is not... needs to be loosened up just a little bit on entry. Into 3 and 4. The 5H coming down the racetrack to slam the door on him. Contact for 2nd. He'll corral it. They'll drag race to the line. Hansen pitches him down. Graham's going to end up grabbing 4th. I think Graham fell to 4th. Oh boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was some good racing for 2nd. Sean Graham, I believe, fell to 4th by half a cat's whisker. Jason Cook takes advantage of the hard racing there for 2nd. So Graham goes out of the in-house to the out-house, and he will finish 4th. Wow. Lance Hansen Jr. got up on the wheel, ladies and gentlemen. How about it for the driver of the Dirt Defender 5H? Lance Hansen Jr. snacks 2nd. And give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the driver of the 151 Hitman Designs entry. It's Tommy Williams Jr. That was fun. So Dylan Moss in the 33D car, the 7 is Kelly Lucky from Tyler, Texas, as he... So down the back straightaway is going to be Josh Landers, former topless modified racer, or the STEM series. He's also competed very well in the open wheel modified ranks over the years. Has quite a few wins at the Devil's Bowl Speedway and many racetracks in the great state of Texas. Found a home here in this factory stock division. We hope to see him tomorrow night for $4,000 a win, and potentially could grab $7,000 total dollars between the two events tonight and tomorrow night at Arklatex Speedway in Vivian, Louisiana. And for all the folks that may be watching us live, we will be live again tomorrow night from the Arklatex Speedway. Bids right now. I'm not sure if they're for sale yet, but Kenny Ross will be driving the Parker Lee Project number 36 two-seater IFE chassis modified at this year's Lone Star 600 October 4th and 5th. You don't want to miss it. So hustling off into one. Oh boy, Lee McCullough about lost the handle. And how did the 7 of Kelly Lockie missing? That was about to be a recipe for disaster. And the 7 car avoided that disaster as they roll off at turn number 4 as Lander still leads the 33D of Moss, who got around McCullough's mishap a moment ago. McCullough sitting in third down the back straight with the current KMO regional points leader, the 27 to 25-year-old Dalton Faulkner. And the KMO Racing number 27 hustles off at turn number 4 in the 4th spot with Kelly Lockie in tow. Lockie rolling now. For second. It's a good one. Oh boy, Moss just drove that car deep off into the corner, about ended up in Seagoville before he turned left. He'll head off back into 1 and 2 in the 33D. Continues to rip and roll the outside of the RPM Speedway. Boy, we got a pretty nice racetrack, and McCullough looser than a 3 like a dog on an icy left right now. The 27 of Faulkner going to walk through the threshold. Here he comes. Dalton Faulkner going to take advantage. The 7 straight, won 7 straight at 105 Speedway, and boy, he just got railroaded. The 7 of Kelly Lockie takes advantage. Kelly Lockie going to take advantage in the 7 car. That 7 car got a silly body on it. Looks like a limousine out there down the back straightaway. I can say that because he's a good buddy of mine. That's oh boy. Kelly Lockie trying to work it into 1. Man, the 55 of McCullough. Oh, and around goes the 27 of Faulkner. Again, a very uncharacteristic mistake. And a slider up in front of the nose of 55 of McCullough. I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. Man, Kelly Lockie making that car wider than a triple wide trailer. Some hard racing going on back here for the 3rd spot as Dylan Moss has gotten away, but all eyes on the 3rd position down the back straightaway. McCullough trying to find the lane back around the Tyler Texan Kelly Lockie. As Lockie, I don't want to say they've been necessarily too kind about it as they've exchanged positions. But the 55 car still pretty loose there. They're trying to take back this 3rd spot. White flag is out for Landers. G-O-N-E gone with the win out front. Dirty Dancing Patrick Swayze style. We'll holla at you later, Josh Landers says, as he sets his sights for the final time in the turns 3 and 4. It'll be no heartbreak hotel for the Mesquite Texan. Josh Landers scores the victory in your 3rd A qualifier. Dylan Moss comes home. He'll transfer directly to the main event as well in 33D. Lockie with a great performance, the 3rd and 7. 4th will go to McCullough in 55. So your unofficial top 4, it'll be the 55 of Lee McCullough. In car number 55 scoring it. In 4th, in 3rd will be the Tyler, Texas racer to the 7 of Kelly Lockie in the main motorsports entry. Grabbing 2nd, the 33D of Dylan Moss, and scoring the victory tonight in the number 14X Pro 1 transmission. Josh Landers scoring the victory in the 14X in commanding fashion. And the Landers fan club's here tonight.
Front the 1W, Walter Hamilton. Looking underneath the leader at turn number 4, the 32 Triple X. Casey Jones. Jones settles in for 2nd. At front still your leader, the 1W. Here comes the 32 Triple X. Casey Jones going down the back straightaway, looking low. Side by side going to turn number 4. A good drag race down the front straightaway. Good battle for the lead between Hamilton and Casey Jones. Jones neck and neck down the back straightaway. Still back and forth. Oh, around goes the car. He's going to keep it going. But back up front, still your leader, the 1W, Walter Hamilton. But being a pest, it's the 32 XXX of Casey Jones. And Matt Deaver in the 28, it's up to third. Casey Jones drives it in hard. He's going to be your new leader down the back straightaway. He's going to bring the 28 of Matt Deaver with him. Deaver and Hamilton side by side in turn number 4. Had 2 laps to go this time by. It's Jones, Deaver, Hamilton, your top 3. One more time around for the 32 XXX of Casey Jones. But starting to close in the 28 of Matt Deaver. Deaver's making a hard charge into 4. Out of 4, taking the win, the 32 XXX of Casey Jones. And second, the 28 of Matt Deaver. And third, the 1W of Walter Hamilton. Again, taking the win, the 32 XXX of Casey Jones.
Here we go. Oh, Morris over the front of the 51. Both cars keep moving. 11G Grimes going to lead him into turn 3. Problems with the 51. He's got front end damage. He can lift that car to the thin area. It looks like he's going to bring a caution out. Jeremy Henry with front end issues over on the back straightaway, bringing the caution flag out. Green flag waves, we're back underway. Oh, and around goes the 11 Jib, Dawson Grimes. Oh, and 2 cars hard into him, the 23B into 7X. Lineup's good. Green flag waves. We're back underway.
So Tim Mills, not related to Lane Mills, or Mills Lane, the longtime referee. Oh, he was in a lot of Mike Tyson fights, but this is another day and another dollar. Into 3 and off of 4. Yeah, he was great. But Tim Mills pretty good in his own right here in the dirt track game. Into 1. It's Fridley still leading here, Dink, as they roll off into 1 and 2.
Ridley continues to lead down the back straightaway in turn 3 over the 10 of Caden Honeycutt. It's going to be the 99 of Kuykendall into 14 and Newhart in tow. Newhart around Kuykendall for that 3rd spot as they go down the back straightaway through turn 3. Halfway through this time by. Honeycutt looking low under the 13 of Fridley as they go down the back straightaway. He's underneath him as they go into turn 3. It's a drag race into 3. Who will come out on the 4? Oh, Fridley around!
Oh! The 13 of Fridley got disposed of quicker than a Hillary email off of turn number 4 by the top 3 as they roll off into turns 1 and 2. Honeycutt leads. He's going to try to get the Honeycutt Sand and Gravel Victor Lane tonight. Got his work cut out for him, but here he is leading one of your last chance qualifiers in the 1 with the white flag out. Battle for second's a good one. Kuykendall trying to take that spot. He'll get on the loud pedal sooner than the
the win. The 10 of Caden Honeycutt coming on in second. The 99 of Kakadal. Third with the 14 and Newhard. And then for the final transfer spot, the 13 of Ridley. Seeing in to be main.
No doubt about it. Honeywell starting all the way at the tail. He should be fun to watch his way, to work his way back up through the field. Can he do it? Top 4 go. We're backing away.
Davis will lead them out of turn 2. Oh, we got cars together in the middle of turn 22. They keep moving. We'll stay green. Side by side out of turn 4. 121. Matt Goswick, year leader down the first straightaway in turn 1. 25C. Tommy Davis Jr. coming back on the inside out of turn 2. He's got the lead. Oh, Buckmeyer around in turn 1. Buckmeyer gonna come to a rest, brings the caution out. Caution lights out. 25C Tommy Davis Jr. Your leader looking for the green flag right here. Davis leading him down the back straightaway as a drag race between 20D of Day and the 135 Bobby Park for that second spot. Day with a bit of a push. Matthew Day trying to find his way around to Bobby Parker. Settles back in for the 4th spot. 58 Tyler Honeywell off the pace once again. Still having problems with that machine.
Old T-Honey struggling tonight.
25C Tommy Davis Jr. Your leader halfway down the back straightaway with a 20D of Roddy Day and the 135 Bobby Parker, 54T Matthew Day. Then we've got 2 cars together and around in the middle of turns 1 and 2. 7 of Chad Williams, 69 Kane Buckmeyer once again. Caution on the speedway.
Yeah, Buckmeyer just spun his car out to avoid the contact with the 7 who lost the handle on the entry to turn number 1 and just had nowhere to go. Would have been a victim of circumstance and did a good job, or else it was just 2 torn up race cars sitting stopped there in 1 and 2.
Well, the top 4 is unchanged. It's 25C Tommy Davis Jr., 20D Roddy Day, 135 Bobby Parker, and 54T Matthew Day. Green flag waves, we're underway. Parker underneath Day as they come out of turn 2. Day pulls away halfway down the back straightaway. Davis set sail out front.
Way up top for Grandpa, keeps the real good bourbon that time, and here comes Parker trying to take the second spot away down the front boulevard and head off into 1. Davis getting away out front in the 25C here, Dink, but man, Roddy Day is flirting with disaster right now.
Davis continues to lead down the first straightaway with the flag stand over the 135 and the 20 in the 135 at that point. 54 holding off the 7 of Chad Williams for that 4th and final transfer spot at the moment.
The battle for the 4th and final transfer spots heating up into 3. Here comes the 7 trying to make up for the mishap he had earlier. Nearly makes contact with the 54 that time at the center point of 3 as they roll off of 4. Halfway into this one, Dink, as they head off into 1.
Davis continues to lead down the first straightaway into turn 1. He has a straightaway lead over the 20D of Roddy Day. Then it's 135 Bobby Parker, 54T Matthew Day holding off the 7 of Chad Williams as they work their way into turn 1. Davis stretches his lead out over Day. Davis in 1. Day at the flag stand. Davis working his way through 1 and 2 and off onto the back straightaway once again over the 20D of Roddy Day. 135 Bobby Parker in that 3rd spot. 54T Day into 7 Chad Williams. Williams trying to high wide enhancer, trying to find a way around the 54D of Day for that 4th and final transfer spot. Williams up to 400 turn 4. One more time around for the 25C of Tommy Davis Jr. At the flag, your winner, Tommy Davis Jr., 25C. Coming on second to be the 20D of Rowdy Day. Third to be the 135, Bobby Parker, and fourth, 7, Chad Williams, all those transferring to the A main.
So the 51 is Ruben Broussard. The 62 is Dustin Choate. The 07 is Thad Orr. The 21 is Michael Smith from Paris. The 23 is Skylar McFarland tonight. So the top 7 will transfer to tonight's main event here at RPM, and here comes Faulkner now. He knows he's got to get up on the horse and go now. The 27 trying to break in there. They go 3 wide momentarily. Oh boy, Skylar McFarland just drove all the way from the basement to the top side to the roof. The top 3 right now, Tyler. Graham rolling to the back bumper, and here comes Lucky to the inside. He makes a little bit of slight kiss of contact. Rolling off a 4 down the front boulevard, that back hit into 1. As they hustle off of turn number 2 down the back straight with a 71. Continues to hold on to the race lead. It's Tommy Davis Jr. behind the cockpit of the McKinley Farms entry tonight. Graham in the Triple X Racing chassis. Again, last night's winner of the Battle Royal. Rolling in the bridesmaids right now with Lucky in tow. The drivers second and third both won a $2,500 to win factory stock event in their racing careers, respectively. Graham won the Fall Southern Showdown out at the Sabine Motor Speedway back in 2015 over Adam Roy and Justin Whitehead. And the 7 of Lucky won the $2,500 to win Longhorn Classic at Billy White's Timberline Speedway in 2016. Lucky back in the saddle of a factory stock as the top 3 have skated away from the rest of the field of competition, as Nick Dixon receiving pressure from 62 of Choate now. Graham trying to take a stab for the race lead into 1. Halfway in, halfway to go. The top 7 again, race fans will go to the main dance tonight. Right now, the 51 of Ruben Broussard is holding on to it, but here comes your current K-Mode regional points leader, Dalton Faulkner, the 25-year-old from Conroe, Texas. Made a very rare uncharacteristic mistake earlier tonight, and he's going to have to get up on the horse and put the whip to it if he wants to get into the show. So all eyes set here on the final transfer spot. Faulkner just washed up the racetrack. Ruben Broussard still occupies the 7th and final transfer spot as we're working down to it. Graham out of the groove there just a little bit. Lucky to his inside down the back straightaway. That Martin Chaffee digging the feet. Showing some respect there to the triple F of Graham as McFarland sets up a donut shop at turns 1 and 2. He's had his hands full with the 4 of the 7 of Kelly Lucky. All eyes on that 7th and final spot right now. We'll see what happens with Broussard, the 27 of Faulkner, and Jackson as Jackson falls in the 7th spot now. They roll off into 1 on the restart. Graham trying to get back on the throttle and find a lane. Won't find it this time. Oh boy, Broussard just nearly lost the handle, and the 27 of Faulkner skates by. So Jackson in the 7th and final transfer spot now. Heartbreak Hotel for the 51 of Ruben Broussard. Caught a flat tire on the entry as they head down the back straightaway. Lucky trying to find a nose up underneath the Triple X Rocket. And again, just surprisingly enough, the Conroe Texan, the current KMO regional points leader, Dalton Faulkner, nearly, if he does not make this main event tonight, he will open up the points. Working down to it. Into turn number 1. The 4th angle Smackdown on the line tonight to get a spot into the main event. Here comes Faulkner to the inside. He can't get the job done. Just cannot find the lane as Jackson continues to repel his advances into turn number 3. 2 more trips around. Can Dalton Faulkner do it? We know he's got the talent to do it, but can he do it here at RPM? Has not been the weekend for the Conroe, Texas youngster. He'll have 1.5 more trips to get the job done. Final time off of 4 to the white flag this time. As Davis Jr. leads the herd, here comes Faulkner to the inside for the 7th and final transfer spot. Are they going to keep it clean, or is it going to be a little bumping and grinding? Into 1 and 2, clean and easy does it right now. Faulkner just squeezed him off the tee, down the back straight away, no contact. Into 3, Faulkner takes the final spot, but Jackson may just give him the shot in the shorts that he does not desire. Off of 4, and Faulkner going to steal it coming to the line. Textbook move for Dalton Faulkner. So making a final turn, pass coming to the checkers. The 27 of Dalton Faulkner will grab the 7th and final transfer spot. The 21 of Michael Smith will go to the main event. The 62 of Choke will also go. The 10 of Nate Dixon. Kelly Lockie will come home in the 3rd spot. Coming home the bridesmaid and the Hitman Designs Triple X, Sean Graham. And taking the win, driving the Kinley Farms, number 71. How about it for Tommy Davis Jr.? Lights are out. We're ready to play, and we're back underway off of turn number 4 with Jason Cook on the lap pedal. We're underway. Cook will hustle in the 1 with the 41 of Alaska to his outside. They're 2x2x2 for the top 6 down the back straightaway. Rolling into turn number 3. Off of 4 to the line. Cook going to lead lap number 1 into 5:04. Jason Cook leads lap 1 in 5:04. Here comes Pork Chop Chamberlain now. Chamberlain will look to sidestep the number 41 of Alaska and throw it into his hip pocket. He can't quite get the job done. Still rolling to his inside of the 41. Pork Chop rolling. Uh-oh. Using lessons learned from Kevin Rogers. Off of 4. Royal smoked the skidder tire. Henson just lost it back in 5th. Right in front of Arden, and the 7 of TJ Evans has worked his way all the way from the tail, and we'll get a caution here. We'll turn the lights out and get this party restarted, and it's up to Jason Cook to relight the candles. He will off of 4. We are back underway here at RPM. So Jason Cook brought his grill to the racetrack this weekend. He's cooking it out front right now on the 504. Into turn number 3, Cook still leads, and Outlaw Racing chassis off of turn number 4, the driver of the Michael Lisa Jones Motorsports, number 70, Pork Chop Kenneth Chamberlain. Sitting in the bridesmaids right now, the 20-year-old out of Huffman, Texas, Dylan Alasko, hunting him hard into 1. Alasko a little loose there off the exit as he was getting into entry. He was a little loose. Corrals the number 41 Outlaw race car. So the 70 is chopping an Outlaw sandwich right now. McCullough sitting in 4th and 55. In 5th, the 7 of TJ Evans. In the 6th spot is Brett Arden. The 7th and final transferee at this juncture of the race will be the V8 of Robert Vetter out of Wolf City, Texas. Robert Vetter, the sprint car, a former sprint car driver. I'm sure he still has one, not sure. But former Race Saver national champion in the 305 ranks as he rolls off into 1. Jason Gore, oh boy, we got all kinds of trouble on the front straightaway. It's Jackie Hefty for the 2nd night in a row. Hefty is about to be hot all the way underneath the collar here. Yeah, Untitled Speedway Park, and a two-time champ here at RPM. He'll smash the throttle and get us back underway off of turn number 4 as they head down the boulevard into turn number 1. We're back underway here at RPM Speedway. On demand and live on raceontexas.com here. We'll be live again tomorrow night at the Arclotech Speedway, so if you haven't done so, go ahead and order your package. Get ready to rock and roll tomorrow night if you can't make it up to Vivian. If you're around here in this area, go check out any of the area dirt tracks that are competing here in the area as we hustle back off into 1. The 504, Jason Cook still out front, leading this one by a sizable advantage over the 70 of Pork Chop, Kenneth Chamberlain, who sits second. The 41 of Dylan Lasco still third. He's been third since the drop of the green. The 55 of McCullough sitting fourth in the 55 off of 4. The 7 of Evans has come from the tail, and he's sitting comfortably inside of a transfer spot in the 5th spot. 6 is Arden. 7th final transferee right now doing battle with the V8 of Robert Vetter is Jason Gore. I don't know what's up with Jason Gore. He was bad fast here on Wednesday night, and the car just hasn't quite been up to par as he'd like it to these last several nights of action. But right now he's looking to go to the main event as he's the 7th and final transferee, but we'll see what the V8 of Robert Vetter has in store. Vetter has the run. Off the tee down the backside of the V8 of Robert Vetter out of Wolf City, Texas. Going to have to get to howling like a wolf in the turn number 3. Into the inside for the final. Oh boy, he's about running over the left rear quarter of the 721. They drag race to the line. Gore going to take it. Gore holds off the advances of the V8 of Robert Vetter. So Jason Gore will be your 7th and final transferee to the main event tonight. The 5 of Arden will go to the main dance. The 7 of TJ Evans will also go dancing tonight. The 55 of Lee McCullough, the 41 of Dylan Alasco, the 70 of Pork Chop, Kenneth Chamberlain. And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, give him a round of applause for a track champ here at the Kennedale Speedway Park in the Outlaw chassis number 504. How about it for Jason Cook? Jason Cook, your winner.
Caution, lights out. We're underway. Leading like 1 of 28, followed by the 32 XXX, Casey Jones, and 1 W. Walter Hamilton in here, top 3, as they go down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Casey Jones gets a little swirl. Here comes the 1W Walter Hamilton taking over the 2nd spot, but extending his leads the 28D of Matt Deaver as he heads down the back straightaway. Matt Deaver's hitting his points early for the race. He's getting his car set on point. We're taking the 07G fourth, followed by the OT of Clayton Gross. Still out front, your leader with no pressure at all. The 28D. Matt Deaver, followed by the 1W of Walter Hamilton, and the 32 XXX of Casey Jones. Halfway this time by. The field starting to stretch out. No change in the run order for the top 5. Still out front, your leader, the 28D of Matt Deaver. Second, 1W Walter Hamilton in third. The 32 XXX of Casey Jones in a good battle for 4th between the 010 of Gross and the 07G of Bobby Ortega as they go into turn number 3. Gross on the low line, Ortega on the high side. Side by side, coming out of turn number 4. Advantage Ortega in turn 1. Two to go this time by for the 28D of Matt Deaver. Ortega and Gross is starting to catch our third place car, the 32 XXX of Gross. Casey Jones, one more time around for the 28D of Matt Deaver. Deaver starting to get lap traffic as he's coming into the final 2 turns. At 4, taking the win, the 28D of Matt Deaver. Second, 1W, Walter Hamilton. It's going to be a good battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. 3rd, 38 XXX, Casey Jones. And the 4th, the 07G of Bobby Ortega. Again, taking the win, the 28D of Matt Deaver.
Hey folks, give me a round of applause. Matt Deaver, your winner tonight of your Eco Mod main event here at the racetrack. Matt, hate to keep you waiting, man. You're so quick. You beat me to victory lane. Car had to been hooked up tonight.
Car felt really good. It was real fast around the bottom. I never even ventured up to the top because I felt good down low.
Some good competitors checking in tonight. You got Walter Hamilton's good guy, so I know you felt like you had to go, and you had to go now.
Yeah, Walter's tough. So I knew him or the 32 car. That Casey Jones kid, he's pretty quick. He had a good heat race, so I knew I needed to hold my line and go.
Say about all the great folks to help you out.
Mainly, I got Meteor Burger. That's a real big sponsor for me. I got Murray Dial, Johnny Wallace, my brother Lynn Deaver, my good buddy George Brands, crew chief. And my wife for letting me spend the money.
Got a sweet check to put on the wall too, man. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Good from, ladies and gentlemen, your 4th annual SmackDown Eco Mod winner goes to Matt Deaver in car number 28. And that number 66 IRP, he should be a threat tonight as well. He's a 2-time South Texas Shootout winner down in Corpus Christi. So lights are out, ladies and gentlemen. Your first main event of the night here, or second main event of the night here for the 4th annual SmackDown at RPM. Down the boulevard, they head off into 1 on the start of it.
The 18 of Clark's lead him out of turn 2 down the back straight away. The 9 of Sarton all over his back bumper. Then it's 24-15B. Clark's in the 18 will lead lap 1.
Cadillac Jack rolling in 9. He'll try to pull to the back bumper to the 18. Can't quite get the job done. The 66 of Johnny Torres lost the handle, but he corralled it. Bunched up the field on back, looked out down the back. The 4 wide down the back straight away at the midpoint, and the 18 thought better of it. Honeycutt said, I better get out of the throttle here. So he does elect to stay on the racetrack and compete. Real estate at a premium right now as Tim Klonch-Dink is running out front away with this one in 18.
Clark's in the 18, lead them into turn 1. Sarton in the 9, holding on second, 24 up Church, 3rd, that's 56 Stephen Ashcraft, 15B Thomas Blackwell, 18S Cody Smith, 31 Michael Martin, 23 Tupper, 8J John White Jr., 25C Tommy Davis Jr., and 11R Trevor Rainey all in tow.
Business settling down just a little bit during this green flag run as I believe 4 laps complete that time by at the line, and Jack Sarton just took a wheelie off the earth. That was strange. I was just about to say a moment ago that the car looks awfully tight on him. But boy, I don't know if he caught a character spot or what happened over there, but he caught a whoop-de-doo. Got through there cleanly that time, Dink, but I'm not sure what happened that previous lap.
Clark continues to lead down the front straight with the 20D Rowdy Day retires to the infield. Clark put distance over the 9 of Sarton. He worked his way down the back straight away in turn 3. Sarton coming out of turn 2.
So way out front, marching to the beat of his own drum, the very well-respected racer out of Quinlan, Texas, Tim Klonch, in the Wells Racing and Power Klonch chassis number 18. He's about to approach lap traffic, and oftentimes as a leader, you don't want to be the driver sitting out front, because the driver in second can figure out where to go or where not to go, but with such a sizable lead, it will not really matter at this juncture of the race, as Klonch is picking them up and putting them down tonight.
Klotz will be working lap traffic as he comes out of turn 2 and off onto the back straightaway. He's underneath 13 to Friendly as he goes down the back straightaway. Friendly checks up, gives him room.
I think all they can hope for is maybe a prayer right now that it could, something mechanical or something may happen to the 18. Of course, none of these drivers really wish bad on their competition, but if they want to win this race to be in victory lane, the 18 car is going to have to come off his throne because he is rocking and rolling around the RPM Speedway tonight. Nobody has anything for him to this juncture.
The 11R, Trevor Randy out the pace, going to bring the caution out. He's on top of turns 3 and 4. Green flag waves. We're back underway.
Back underway into 1.
Let's lead the field off into turn 1 again. Sarton pulls away from Upchurch. Upchurch trying to find his way back under Sarton. They go down the back straightaway in turn 3.
Upchurch trying to get a nose underneath the 9 of Sarton for a second. He'll roll down to his inside, and he's got it. Off of 4 down the front straightaway with the 24 of Upchurch, trying to get the car rolling in. The entry is much better that time. Car still a little bit tight, though. Here comes Cody Smith from Kaufman, Texas, down the back straightaway. The 18 rocking and rolling now. They'll go to the inside for third, and right in front of the field, the 24 of Upchurch nearly lost the handle and finished him off. Had nowhere to go. Cody Smith rolled right through the back bumper to the 24 of Upchurch. And we'll get a caution for the skidder tire right through the middle of 3 and off of 4 there, Deke. Oh, my.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what goes on right here.
That is a lucky dog right there if I've ever seen one, as he will get his spot back. Speaking of the 24 of Upchurch, lost the handle at the middle point of 3 and 4, and right in front of him.
It's good. Caution lights out. Your leader 18, Tim Klotz, looking for the green flag right here. Klotz leading down the back straightaway, stretched his lead out again, once again over the 9 of Jack Sarton, the 24 Jake Upchurch solid in, second out of turn 4. It's the 18 of Smith, 15 to be Blackwell, your top 5. Klotz distancing himself over the 24 of Upchurch as they work their way through 3 and 4 and off onto the front straightaway once again.
Tim Klotz again, just stretching it out on this restart. It doesn't appear at this juncture of the race that anyone will have anything for him as the 24 went way up top. Grandpa keeps the good bourbon down the back straightaway, gets the door slammed shut in front of his face. Upchurch gets relegated to the 3rd by the 9 of Sarton. Here comes Cody Smith now as he continues rolling forth, and Upchurch has returned the favor and gave a shot in the short to the 9, and the caution is back out. Oh my.
And the 135, Bobby Parker around in turn 2, bringing the caution flag out.
Modified ace. You typically see him in the number 47 modified, but this is the second different limited he's driven at this racetrack this season. He won in the Neighbors number 23 here at the previous event. Well, back underway, Dink off of 4 as they hustle into 1. Does anybody have anything tonight for the 18 of Tim Klotz? No, I don't know. I don't think they do either.
And it's Klotz, Sarton, Upchurch, Smith, and Blackwell, your top 5 as they work their way through 3 and 4 and off onto the first straightaway once again.
So Sarton re-inherits the second position as Blackwell will go to work, and he'll go to the inside of the 18 off of 2. He diamond off the exit of 2 and into 3. He's got it. He'll take that spot away, but here comes Smith way up top where Grandpa keeps the best bourbon. Off of 4 down the boulevard, and he just lost wholesale positions down the boulevard. The 25 of Tommy Davis Jr. is the man on the move, and Blackwell got loose right in front of him. Cody Smith said, you know what, I'm just going to go for broke.
Klotz, your leader into turn 1, over the 9 of Sarton, and his 24 Upchurch, 15B Blackwell, and 25C Tommy Davis Jr., your top 5. AJ John White Jr. catches a rut, loses ground. Kaganal trying to find a way around him and work his way up into the top 5. He's in the 6th spot as he comes out of turn 4.
Tim Klotz continues to annihilate the RPM Speedway competition tonight. He has got a half a straightaway advantage. It looks like Jack Sarton's finally got that 9 car rolling like he did in the heat race. So at this point, are we hoping that maybe we see a caution to get a challenger to the 18 of Tim Klotz? Because it does appear as if the IRP number 9 of Jack Sarton may have something working now. Interestingly enough, the cars really just came alive.
Jack finally figured out a line that he likes, the car likes, and he's working his way through there. As we have 2 to go this time by, we got one right over in turn 2, the 7 of Chad Williams. He's on the bottom of the racetrack. He keeps the car moving. It looks like we'll stay green.
I was just about to say too little too late for Jack, but boy, I wouldn't be playing blackjack tonight because it isn't going to work out to his advantage. The white is out for the final trip down the back straightaway. for the final time. The owner and fabricator of Claunch Racing Chassis. He'll ride out of Quinlan, Texas tonight, and he will leave Crandall's RPM Speedway with a smile on his face tonight. Live on Race on Texas, the 18. Tim Claunch scores the victory in commanding fashion tonight. Second will go to the 9 of Jack Sarton in the RP number 9. Thomas Blackwell will come home third with the 4th of the 24, Jake Upchurch.
Hey, do we have those tickets?
Applause when he gets ready to climb out here in just a moment, race fans. Your 4th annual showdown winner, limited modified portion of this event, $1,000. Will be going back to Quinlan, Texas for the job of the Clutch chassis. Wells powered entry here for the veteran Tim Clutch in 18. Boy, Tim, you've been doing this for quite some time. This car was absolutely hooked up and set on KILL tonight, man. Just set on kill. You can put this thing right around the hub of the track, man, and just set sail.
I enjoy running here. Car was perfect. Brakes are a little, I could have used a little bit of brake, but track was good enough that I just drove in there, stomped on the gas, and it turned and went the direction I wanted to. I thought I could have picked the pace up a little bit, but I was afraid that human error would have come in, but it was fun.
Ever too worried in that race? I mean, thinking to yourself behind the cockpit, somebody may be getting a run on me.
I never look back, so all the time I'm thinking I need to be as fast as I need to and be smart at the same time, and it is a good race car, so it's easy when it's good.
I'm not calling you an old guy by any means. I know you've been at this for quite some time. I actually had a race fan ask me to ask you how long you've been racing.
I've been racing since 1989.
1980.
However many years that is.
Well, I was born in 1988, and I'm 30 years old, so you've been racing for a hot minute. 29?
That's it.
Yes, sir. Hey, let's hear about all the great folks that help you out in the race car.
Dan Day and Matthew and the Day family, they give me a good race car. S&D Erectors, Smiley's Racing, Hoosier Tire Southwest. Oh, who else we got? Swinson Shocks, Wells Racing Engines come on board, and building some good power for us.
Dominant here tonight. Congratulations to you. As I told you last night, we do a boot hill send-off at one of my home tracks. I need everybody, if you're willing and can do it, please rise and give these folks a big RPM Speedway send-off as we get ready to rock and roll for the 4th annual showdown, or smackdown. It's a lot. Salute to Old Glory. We are blessed to live in the greatest nation of all. Lights are out, we're ready to play. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to light the candles to get this party started off with turn number 4. Tim Mills, your judge, and executioner, has the green flag in hand. 30 laps in distance, live on raceontexas.com. We're underway off of 4. Off of 4 for the first time tonight, the 151 of Tommy Williams Jr. going to lead the first circuit around the RPM Speedway. Washed way up the racetrack. Tommy Williams Jr. going to hold on to the race lead and look to complete the second circuit here at RPM tonight. I like how we're seeing the racetrack. He's going up top and he's able to hold on to the race lead. So, down back straight away in the turn number 3, top 3 right now. Moss trying to hunt the tire tracks of the 98 to Chris Davis, who sits second. The caution flag is out as it waves on the 5 of Brett Arden, who comes to a screeching stop, but now gets on the throttle. So the 25, it looks like Keith Jackson and the 5 of Arden came together maybe in turns 1 and 2. Does that fly here? Okay.
Sorry to question it, I didn't know.
A little cat and mouse on the restart, I like it. Tommy Williams Jr. knows that he doesn't have to, shouldn't time his restarts the same twice, and here comes Dylan Moss. Boy, it looked like Randy Moss catching the Hail Mary from Brett Favre. He threw one in there in turns 1 and 2. A great restart for Dylan Moss. He'll hustle it off into 1 and 2 and try to set his sights. I'm telling you, the 151 catching the character spot down there again. Here comes Moss for the race lead. That's when he had Dustin Sprouse into the skidder tire, and he cannot prevail. I think he bottled him up for a little too long, and he just skates her down to the infield as Arden comes around facing the wrong direction as well, and we will likely get another caution on the racetrack. Yeah, there he goes. Cat and mouse playing on the restart. As Williams gets on it, we're back good and away. They're 1 by 2 all the way to the tail on the restart. We're down the boulevard into 1. Williams, boy, he hugged the hub and hugged it well. That time Chris Davis got a good restart. Here he comes in 98. Davis with a run down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3, Chris Davis in 98, rolling now. Washed up a little bit there on entry. Off of exit, he'll get flanked to his inside by the 33 of Dylan Moss. Moss hustling around the hub of the racetrack as the 98 will continue to roll the middle lane. That momentum will pay to his dividend down the back straightaway. The 98 of Chris Davis. Hard on the wheel tonight with both hands and both feet. Off of turn number 4. Tommy Williams Jr. still leads. Josh Landers now trying to pick him up and put him down. He goes way up top that time. 14X. I said a few drivers have been higher than Willie Nelson on the cross-country tour, but I think he's got Snoop Dogg riding shotgun with him now. The 14X is way up top cooking the high side of the RPM Speedway. And losing wholesale spots just like he lost the draft at Talladega. So the 20-year-old Dylan Alasko takes a scenic route, dukes the half south to the infield, and he will go to the tail in 41. So off of 4, everybody hugging the hub right around the bottom side of the racetrack. It's going to take some cojones to get up there and try to kick the crumbs from the middle lane up top if they want to try to get a run on Tommy Williams Jr. But it's going to take some help. If the 98 of Davis elects to get up there and try something, he's going to need help. So down the boulevard, they head back into 1. Your top 5 right now, it's still Kelly Lockie sitting in the 5th position. The 5H of Lance Hansen right in front of him with Dylan Moss still 3rd. Chris Davis trying to stalk the tire tracks of the 151 of Tommy Williams, who holds on to the race lead. Hitting his marks each and every circuit around the RPM Speedway. Josh Landers has been about the only car we've seen testing the outside of the racetrack. He said, what do I have to lose? The start money, I think, is the same all back from 12th through 24th anyway, so what do you have to lose? It's tighter than the top string on the Texas Fiddle right now on a rope. It's still the 151 there, rolling like a yo-yo with no string. The 151 of Tommy Williams Jr. in command of this one, but Chris Davis trying to mount a charge on him in the 1. The entry for the 98 a little bit different. The racing like this takes a little bit more finesse. Still have to have a good race car, and you still got to equally use the same amount of talent. But these guys are all tippy-toeing around the bottom side of the speed plant right now. It's still more exciting than Bristol. More exciting than Bristol. Like, watching 98, wait, he's able to arc his car off into the corner, watch, he's going to get a run. The way Chris Davis has entry down pat into 1 and 2 is going to end up paying dividends for him, I believe. Williams is not able to really back up his corners the same way the 98 is. He's able to get a really good drive off the exit of turn number 2, and I think it's going to pay dividends for him here if he keeps executing the same way. We'll roll back off into 1 as Tommy Williams is steering that. He gets a real good exit that time off of 2, makes a lot of me. As down the back stretch into 3. Tommy's got a little bit of a tight race car, but it's good enough to hold serve out front with the race lead. He's on every lap of this one to this point. 16 laps are scored in the turn number 1. 16 scored in this one. 14 laps to go. It'll be 13 to go when they meet the front straightaway here in just a moment. 13 more trips for $3,000. And the 7 of Kelly Lockie comes limp at the top of turn number 4. And the 7 of Kelly Lockie stick a fork in him. He's D-O-N-E. Well done is the Tyler Texan Kelly Lockie. Looks like he may have a tire. Wow. That was pretty impressive. We didn't see the change over there, folks, but how about Kelly Lockie? He said his crew, he's got Cody Main and TJ Evans. Oh, sorry, TJ's on the racetrack up there in that blue or gray and purple number 7 car. But props to Cody Main, the 34-year-old who owns both of these cars out of Henderson, Texas. I'm imagining he was the one who changed that tire. Boy, he needs to go holler at Hendrick Motorsports. Left or out, we're back ready to play. Dylan Moss snookered the 98 of Chris Davis on the restart. Dylan Moss on the throttle in the one. All over the back bumper. And the 14X trying to pick up some wholesale spots as well. Landers been slicing and dicing and moving all over the racetrack. He's the highest car on the racetrack through 3 and off of 4 this time. Down the front straightaway, back into 1. 33D of Dylan Moss driving a very smooth race tonight. Has snookered the 98 of Chris Davis twice on these restarts. We'll see if it pays dividends here in the long run. He'll set his sights at the back bumper of the 151 of Tommy Williams Jr. for the race lead. The best battle right now as they head off into 1. Look out, TJ Evans just pushed out, boy. Thought he was going to go up and over the 70 of Chamberlain, was screeching. And so the pair of 7 is going to be the reason for the back-to-back cautions. Nope, he'll pull to the infield. We'll keep it green. Still TJ Evans, Super Motor School. So into turn number 3, Dylan Moss trying to get one of the biggest wins of his racing career as they roll off of turn number 4. Would Dylan Moss give the bumper to Tommy Williams Jr.? Is he thinking to himself, would Tommy give me the bumper if the roles were reversed? Yeah, the question would be, would Dylan Moss rattle the cage like Dale Earnhardt did to Terry Labonte at Bristol back in like 1997? I don't know, he's there right now. He certainly is all over the back bumper. He's like, what do they say, like white on rice or something? Oh boy, he just stacked up the 62, had a great top 5 performance going to Dustin Choate. The 55 McCullough just washed the skidder tire up onto the racetrack, and we will have to get a caution. Get back on the speed plan here before they take the green flag. It'll be a single file restart. Oh boy, Chris Davis not going to make her out. The green is back out on the racetrack as they head off into 1. 24 scored, 5.5 laps to go when they meet the midpoint of the back straightaway, and they do. Into 3. Dylan Moss trying to get the biggest win of his racing career tonight. He'll hustle it off the floor with his sights set on the back bumper of the 151 of Tommy Williams Jr. The top 3 tighter than the top string on the Texas Fiddle again here tonight. And right now there's no separation between them. One little bobble, one little mistake will be the difference in going to victory lane or not. Hansen right there into the mix as well. Jason Cook sits 4th behind him. And the 55 of McCullough rounding out the top 5 and 55. Faulkner all the way for the last chance qualifier. Grabbed that final transfer spot, and he has come from the tail to up to 6th and 27. Flexing his muscles again, showing why he's the current KMO regional points leader. Down the front straightaway into 1, Tommy Williams Jr. continues to roll a tight ship into 1. The question is, will Dylan Moss give him the business? 2 laps to go. Tommy Williams Jr. that 2.5 chassis hustles off into turns 1 and 2, trying to get the biggest factory stock win of his racing career tonight. Felt like he had a really good hot rod at the 10,000 win King of the Hill last year at the Boot Hill Speedway. And again, finished second to Craig Oaks in the 6,000 win finale at last year's factory stock 50 where he'll head tomorrow night. The white flag is out. Moss has a run, but he can't quite get the car turned. Lost the advantage that he picked up on him and down the back straightaway for the final time. 30 laps the distance, and he'll lead all 30 tonight for his first big Crown Jewel factory stock video. 4th angle smackdown winner goes to the 151 of Tommy Williams Jr. Y'all give him a hand, race fans. Make some noise for him. Try to hold some of that applause when he climbs out of the car. I ain't strong.
All right, if you got the number 2 or 3 Frisbee, come on upstairs. Keith's got your money. The number 2 or 3 Frisbees, come on upstairs.
We're good. I don't care.
Getting ready to climb out of the 2.5 chassis, Hitman Designs, Precise Racing Products. Bodies by Bobby, number 151K, the reliable tax services entry. Won this car in a raffle. He'll take it $3,000 to Victory Lane tonight, the Honeycutt Sand and Gravel Victory Lane here at the RPM Speedway, and score the 4th annual SmackDown victory. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Tommy Williams Jr., 151.
Yeah, buddy.
I love it.
I'm about to pass out.
Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Williams Jr. Tommy.
What broke, brother?
Meet me right over here so we can get you on. Yeah, meet me on this side of the flag stand for the Race on Texas broadcast cameras so they can get a word here. We got you water on the way. Man, you drove a flawless race tonight. You tucked right around the hub of the racetrack. I mean, I'm sure you had to feel the pressure because you guys were tight on the top string out there, man. I'm telling you, it was a tight-knit battle out there that you held on to let all 30 of them tonight.
I was scared to death of that 98 car off the get-go. I know how good he is here. So once we get out there, I didn't feel any bumpers on me, and I just tried to stay as smooth as I could and calm myself down, but that's a long race, man. Holy cow.
Yeah,
that was a blast. That's an awesome track conditions. Thank you to Kevin Sester and these guys, man. Philip, hey, this is what it's about right here.
Of course, you won this car in a raffle.
It's not my car. You know this. This is the boss woman's car holding the belt.
Right, yeah. So, yeah, it is, but this is the car you won in a raffle, right?
For Ryanville. Yep. Thank you to Justin Gillard with 2.5 chassis. He's the one that did all this stuff with the raffle and everything. And he's Chris Rohn. There's a ton of them that's helped us. I'll put out a Facebook post on that deal.
So to go factory stock racing, you started doing this. You came to Boot Hill, had a really good performance, and I know you came home the non-qualifier winner, but man, you had a better car than the performance showed at the end of the deal because you had some bad luck. But I know that you've really been getting this car dialed in for these big money races. I know this has to be a big feather in the cap for you tonight. This is a very competitive division.
I was scared after we flipped it down in Waco. It was not going to be right. So to actually get it out here and get it back the way it's supposed to be, I'm impressed with Ryan Powers. Fabrication's done a lot of work. Justin Gillard is the main man on this car, and my wife, little Mikey. Wes, there's a ton of them. Mitch McMillan came over there and helped me swap the transmission and get a good gear for over here this week. There's been a group of us slaving on this thing.
These things are hard to come by. I mean, I think your emotion hopping up on the race car kind of shows how much these races mean. I mean, they're hard to come by.
I was trying to get somebody so y'all didn't see the tears in my eyes.
Did you thank everybody you needed to thank? But man, you drove
my daughter right here, Allison, and my little boy Tommy right here. Come tell them hi, buddy. Yeah. Tell them all hi. So this is what
hi.
Tell them hi.
Look at him. Say clap for me.
Awesome. What's his name?
Tommy Jr. I'm Tommy Jr. This is Tommy the third.
That's TW3 right there.
Sir, T3.
Hey, congratulations to you, Tommy. You got up on the wheel, both hands and both feet tonight. You earned this win. Well deserved for you. You've been really close to get one of these big crown jewels. $3,000 heading back to your hometown tonight, man. Congratulations.
And I swore I was going to Architects if we won this thing, so I don't know how this is about to play out with how many parts we're going to take it home in boxes, so we just need to get started, I guess.
Yes, sir.
We got a lot of work ahead of us because I plan to be there, I hope.
7,000 potentially. You finished second in that event last year to Craig Oaks. I know you'd like.
One of my most favorite tracks, man. I fell in love there.
We hope to see you there, man.
I'm going to try.
Congratulations to him. Give him up, race fans. Tommy Williams Jr. scores the 3,004th annual SmackDown victory tonight here at RPM. Again, on behalf of all the Kevins, Mr. Dink McCullough up there, Aaron Burchett, we thank y'all so much for choosing RPM Speedway as your official racing destination tonight. Hope you enjoyed your time spent here, and we hope to see you back at the next event here. I'm not sure when that one is. I'm going to send it back up here to Dink in a moment. But it's always a pleasure. For all the folks that are watching live on Race on Texas, it's always a pleasure. We'll see you next time.